I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you. Today I'm going to make a children's stationery wallet, and this is going to be Harry Potter. So I've got myself an A4 sheet of cardstock, that is cinnamon cider, and I'm just going to score this at 5 and 9/16. Do it 180 degrees and score again at 5 and 9/16. So you've got your 2 score marks, and then I'm going to round all 4 corners. So I'm going to round all 4 corners like this with my trio round punch. The DSP I'm using today is Flowers for Every Season, and that sounds like a woman's paper. Well, I'm going to show you how to make that masculine. I'm going to crease down my sides now to make my initial wallet, and just leave it so that the back part is sticking out so that we can decorate the front first. Now, in the stationery set, this came at the back of it, so I want to use this on the front cover, and I've just got 2 strips left that are not very wide, that are, let's see, they are 3/4 of an inch by 6. So they're both 3/4 of an inch by 6, and I'm just going to cut them. That was my chopping blade that just fell out. I'm going to cut those in half. So I'm just going to measure those and cut them at 3 inches. There we go, that's one cut, and then the other one at 3 inches and cut. So we've got 2 at 3 inches. I'm going to keep the pieces together because sometimes there is a tone difference. So now this actually measures in width, oh lovely, 3 inches. And because that's 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to have it poking out approximately 1/2 an inch. So what I'm going to do is, because this won't stretch to do the whole length, I'm going to put a piece in the middle that goes across. So if that's 1/2 an inch, this is 3 1/2 an inch, that's going to be 4 inches. So I'm going to put that at 4 inches. Going across like that. Okay, so just move my scraps out of the way, and then we're just going to get the glue and my bone folder out. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I need to put this about halfway down so that that goes over the top. So I'm just going to eyeball that and make sure it's sticking out by 1/2 an inch. And I'm covering up this lovely paper at the back. So I'm going to glue on here, roughly in the middle, and then I'm going to pop that down and pop it about 1/2 an inch going either side like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue down the sides like that, and then pop this on so it comes out to the same width and it will be the same at the bottom, and just do the same with the bottom piece, just get it level. Going to be there, so that's going to be so far. Just press it down, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with the other side. So I'm going to do that down there, and then put a little bit on that, that'll be fine. And then again bring that so that it's level with the bottom and level with your paper like that. Just going to see, and again the bottom piece, making sure that those are practically level, eyeballing them. Okay, now for the back piece, I'm going to put it on here, so that's the right size in width, but I'm just going to take let's see, that's in width. Let's see how much shorter. It is 5/8, so I'm going to take let's see, 5/8 off to start with. So just take that's 4/8, 5/8 off to start with. See whether that is the right measurement. Yes, and then I am going to round these two outer corners. So I'll just round those two corners like that. So this piece actually measures 4 7/8 by 8, 9, 11, 16, 7 and 11/16. So just going to go down. I need a new trimming blade on. I'm just going to get rid of some of the fuzz and then put this on. This will also help to make the wallet sturdy. I don't want to make it too fancy because it's for a boy, but you can do this set for a girl. You could choose different colours, although the cinnamon cider I think really works for both sexes. Okay. There we go. That's it. And then we're going to now put the whole of it, gluing the whole of it down now. So this gives it a Harry Potter look on the front. Okay, and now I'm not going to round it. I was going to round that corner, but I'm going to leave it. Okay, so there you've got your front cover to your wallet. So inside now, I have got a piece, and the piece measures 5 3/8 by 8 1/8. Now that's for both sides. Again, I'm going to round my corners with my trio punch on my external ones. So this will be for this side, so I'll glue this down. Okay, just move those bits out of the way. Okay, so that just gives it a nice bit all the way round of the cinnamon cider. This is Bumblebee, so these are the in colours. I'm just going to do that, And then the DSP, I've cut a 6-inch DSP by 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way round. Let's just round that so that it's 1/8 of an inch, and then I've cut it at 3.5 down the middle. So just tell you those again. So this is 5.25, and this piece is the 3.5 pieces. So they're both 5.25, and this piece is 3.5. So that's your 2.5 out of your 6, because it's not a 12. Won't fit on this paper. So this is the way that I'm getting round it, by putting a border in the middle. So I need to do one side first, so just give that little bit of an increment all the way round. Just get that level. Do the same with the top part. I've got the top part there. I'll just do the same increment, a bit more to that side. Okay, I think that's about right. Just let's see. Yeah, and then for the middle, I've just got a piece that is 3.25 by the 5.25, and that I'm just going to pop in the middle there. So that gets your hiding that we've not got enough paper to make it stretch, because I wanted to use the coordinating colours, and they don't do these in a 12 by 12. So I'm going to put that like that. Okay, and then we'll do exactly the same to the other side. So it's the same measurements, but this time we need the outer sides punching. So we'll do the outer side this time. So these are exactly the same measurements as I've just given you. Okay. Now this just firms your wallet up. Okay. Let's give it an even gap again, all the way around the outside. If you wanted to put a magnet closer on it, which I don't because I don't like giving magnets to children, you could put that underneath now, but I'm not going to do that. So that you could hide your magnet, but as I say, I don't like giving it to children, so I won't be doing it. I'll do a Velcro fastener. So we want the outside rounding, so just position it so that you've got your outside. Is that going properly? Just double check. Yeah, and get rid of those. So again, put in the largest side to the bottom. Hi Valerie! Okay, again, just making sure that that's got an equal increment all the way round, and the same with the top. Okay. Okay, and then pop in our centrepiece on. Okay, so just make sure that this is going to be the same level. So I'm going to do it. No, it doesn't really matter actually. Going to get that the same. There we go. So that's your panelling done. Now, the notepad, they were really cheap from, I think, Poundland. And all I'm doing is getting a piece, and I've rounded the bottoms already. But the piece is 4 3/8 by 2 3/4. So I'm just going to put that on the top. And then I got some free printable Harry Potters off the internet. So I looked for free printables. So I'm going to put that on as my front cover. And then I've got a Dobby. So I'm going to put Dobby on the notepad. Okay, so Dobby can go in the middle of the notepad. Okay, so there's my Dobby. So that's now I'm going to put it. You saw me make these with the other one I did. This is slightly smaller, so I would have started off with 1/2 quarter, so that's 3/4. So that would be 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 5. So I would have started off with a 5" for this by 3. So it would have been 5 by 3 that I started with. I scored it at 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch after that. So that would be 3/4 on all 3 sides, and then just made it up like I did the other one. So I'm just going to position this in and see just whereabouts I want it. So I'm going to put it more over to the right hand side because I'm going to put a pen holder here. So before I put this down, I'm going to make the pen holder for here. So I'm going to start off, I'm not sure how big it's going to be yet, so I'm going to start off with scoring this. This is no, sorry, it is 5/8. So the piece is 5/8, and I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. So starting off at 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to bend it, and then I'm just going to get my bone folder and just going to round it, because I'm not sure how big I want this yet, because this is quite big. So I'm just going to pinch it about there, and then I'm going to score where that is, and I will tell you when we're finished what the size will be. So this is how I work out, and now I'm going to chop it 1/2 inch off after that. So I'm going to get that and chop it off there. Right, so the piece is 2 1/2, and I've scored it at 1/2 inch, rotate it and score it at 1/2 inch. Now, because I want this to set very quickly, I'm just going to get my tape that my red tape, because that will be better to put that. So I'm going to put that right on the score lines. Oh, brilliant! So right by the score line, I'm just going to pop that there, and then cut this, and again just by the score line, going to put that. So get my poker tool out, just burnish that down with your bone folder just to make it adhere to the card, and then going to take off the backing, and it sticks to this everywhere. Then I'm just going to put some glue on the outer bits to stick that down, and there we go with that. And then all I'm going to do is position it, link it round. I'm going to position it near the edge, I think, so that's quite near the edge, and just do that there, so that'll stick down. So that will stick down now like that. So now I know where to position my compartment. Oh, I should have stuck this with the tape to make it stick quick. Didn't think about it, did I? Never mind. So I'll pop this in, and you can see it's got flowers on. I am going to alter that later, so I will put a strip on there. Just get your bone folder in and go round your, to stick it down. I should have put some red tape on there too. It will hold down for a bit. Okay, now I'm going to pop Dobby in for a bit, so he's in there like that. So for the top, I'm going to put a pencil sharpener and a rubber at the top. So I'm going to do exactly the same. That will be all right. So the rubber width is 3/4 of an inch by an inch. So that's 3/4. That'd make it 1. That'd make it 1 1/4. So let me see how big this is. Brilliant. This is, oh, might not be big enough. I'll change my mind and get myself now that was a nice piece for that other bit, so I'm not going to cut into that, so I'll cut into this. I'm going to get myself another 3/4 of an inch strip of paper, and then I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to score this at 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to score at 1/4 inch. I'm going to turn this round, and I'm going to leave it, so that's 3/4, so that wants to be 1 1/2. No, that can't be right. Let's see, I need, so I've got 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch, then I need 3/4 from that, don't I? Sorry, 3/4 inch from that, so that will be then, oh yes, because it's on its side, isn't it? That's why I'm getting it wrong. So I'd score at so that's at 1 1/2, that's correct. Then I'm going to score at 1/4. Then I'm going to, at 2 1/4, cut it. Okay, and that is how I work things out. So so there I've got my 1/2 inch. I've got my little bit to tuck underneath because it's more of a rectangle. So that shape is what I'd end up with. So I'm going to again get my tear and tape. Is that what's just fell on the floor? No, it's not. Where is it? Oh, it's here. So it's my my strong tape. Just going to get my strong tape and put it right on the fold again. Okay, right on the fold. And so you are today seeing how I design. This is exactly what I do. So I haven't planned this beforehand apart from knowing what's going to be in this set. So just burnish those down. and just putting them in position on an A3 sheet of card. So that's all I've done to design this this folder. Just thought I'd like to make a folder for it. This is what I'm going to do, and this is the way I design. Okay, so I'm going to put the Hogwarts in position and then just go round it so it's get it even, and there is my tuck for my rubber. And now I'll do exactly the same for the pencil sharpener. So I'll just work out the width of the pencil sharpener. That is just over 3/4 of an inch. It's actually 7/8 of an inch, and that is 1/2 an inch. 1/2 an inch and 7/8. So we might have enough with that. So what I'm going to do is score at 1/2 an inch. Then I want to do from that 7/8. So we've got the 1/2 an inch. Oh no, it's not. It's just over another 1/2 an inch. Sorry, isn't it? So let's just check that again. Let's see. So I wanted. I was going to go for 5/8 of an inch. So after that, 1/2 an inch. So I've done my 1/2 inch. I want that to be 7/8 of an inch, I think. Should be there. I'll just test. I don't think it says. No, it's 5, not 7. 5. What am I doing? So where's my 1/2? And I need that to go to 5. That's it. That's it. Okay, and then I'm going to score. And then after my 5/8 of an inch, I wanted so that going across the top is about 7/8. So I'm going to go 7/8 from that. So where my score line is, I'm going to take that to 7/8. And then I want to take that score line to the 5/8 and score. And then I want to just move that on 1/2 an inch and cut. Okay. And then we should just put that flat down, bend it up, and bend that flat so that that will give that shape. Now that does seem a bit on the loose side, but it might be okay, but we'll just check that. So we'll just again, you're going to put the tape right on the end, and then I'll tape right on the end, and just burnish these, and then just peel them off. And then I'm just going to glue down either end, and then pop that there, and I'm going to pop that so it might go there, and I'm just going to pull it a bit wider so that it will hold it a bit firmer. Okay, so let's see if that's going to fall out. Right, it is going to fall out, so I need to make that tighter. So I might even put that in a little tray now, build a little tray for that, but that's the principle, because I've stuck it down now, and I don't know whether I can get any more glue in there to stick it down a bit firmer. Right, so the other side, I have got a ruler and a pencil. So what I've got is a a strip that is 1.5, so it's 1.5 wide, and I'm going to again just do my 1/2 inch score on this, 1/2 inch score, and I am then going to round this because this is going to fit the pencil in. So we'll have an 1/2 inch, and then we'll have our pencil. So I'm going to hold it at the end and get it in where I want it, and then just put a little mark, and then I will score on that mark. Okay, yes, that's it, where they cut it. And then I just want it to stay down for a little while, because oh, actually I'm going to put it at the other side. Let me just see how that is going to work. I've got to see whether this will, so you've got to make sure that this is going to be all right here. So I want it on the outside here, so I'm going to put that the other way like that. So that's going to be there, and that's going to be tucked in like that. And then I'm going to have a flat piece and another flat piece here, and so I'm going to look at putting my tape about here. So I'm not going to score down those bits, I'm just going to put my tape down there, and I'm just going to go 1/2 inch past that line. So I'm going to get that on 1/2 inch and cut it off. So the piece of paper, it measures 4.5 inches. So it's 4.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And I am just going to put my tape. So I've only done my score marks for the actual pencil bit. I'm going to, because I want it to stick down to hold the ruler in. So if I put any score lines or make any ridges, it's not going to work for me. So where I put my mark, I've got 2 marks, which is one there. I'm going to put some tear and tape down that mark on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. So that's going to be there. Oh, and I need to put tear and tape on the other side of the score line for the pencil. So you're going to have the pencil down there. So I'm going to get pencil down there. And then just check again that the ruler is going to have about that much. So I'm then going to stick the tear and tape at the other side of the ruler, like this. Okay, and then cut that off. Right, let's cut that off. There we go. Now before I stick that down, I've got some pictures. So I'm going to randomly stick some of these pictures on here. See whether this will fit on. I might actually put that on the back, so that might tuck there. So I'm going to put that there, I think, and I'll have those like that, I think. So I'm going to glue those on now, so that when you take things out, you have got some Harry Potter to look at. So, and these can be coloured because they're coloured. You can colour these images. So I'm going to put that in the middle. Okay. And then Don't know whether to put that one. I'll put that way. Yeah, I think I'll put that way. So I'm going to stick this on here. So that which one will be up there. Okay, and Harry Potter lying on his broom. Up there. And then I'm going to put a Hogwarts at the bottom. Okay, so we've got Hogwarts going in the bottom like that. Then I'm going to roughly place my ruler and my pencil. I'm going to then take off the backings. I don't know why I'm not using my pokey tool, because it comes off much easier with the pokey tool. Okay, there. Right, so got to be careful with this. So we want the glue on the very outside. This is going to be where the pencil is. This is going to be the piece in the middle, and then the very end bit. So you don't want any in this bit or this bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put it, I'm going to first of all put that on there like that. Yeah, so that's going to go on the end. Then I'm going to make my pencil groove. Okay, make sure that's level. Put that down. I'm then going to slot my ruler bit in. I'm going to hold it so I know where the sticky tape is now, and push that down, and then push that one down in its place. Now that's going to hold the ruler firmly. Just make sure that I can get my ruler in and out. So push that down, and there's the pencil. Okay, so the pen fits in there, and the pencil needs something doing with it. So I might even put a little stopper on there to stop the pencil sharpener. I might put a little triangle in there to stop that coming out. Now, one of the things that I have done previously is I've put little flaps on here, so we could do that again with putting the little flaps. So to put a little flap on, we just need to get a piece of card that measures roughly the same width. I think we'll do it all the width. That might stop it. So that measures, what did I say? That measures, we'll do it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to do one 5-inch wide. So I'm going to just do 5 inches wide to start with. And all I do is we can have just 1/2 inch. So we'll do that 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch. And then we'll cut that at, I'll make that, let's see how big. I don't know whether I do want it 1/2 inch, do I? Let's see. I'm just going to fold that and fold that. So what we do is we put a little stopper like that I'm not going to do 1/2 inch, that second one, so I'm going to turn it round now and do the other. So we'll put 1/2 inch, so I'll do 1/2 inch and then 1/4 inch on, so that's actually scoring at 3/4, and then I'm just going to cut that off at 3 inches. So that's how we'll do it. So you've started off, I'll just tell you again what the size is. So it's 3 inches by 5 inches. You're going to score at 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch, and then all you do is just fold those two over like that, and then we just put that so that it prevents the pencil from falling out. So I'll better use my tape so that it'll set straight away. So you just put the flaps like this, and then it stops the pencil from falling out. Okay, so again we'll just take that off and just put some glue on there. Okay, so just pop that. I think we'll pop it near the top, so I'm going to pop it near the top. I've got it a little bit wonky and I can't do anything about that now. So that will pop at the top. The ruler's stuck in place to slide in and out, so that's fine. And then what we can do is we can put a piece across there. So we want a piece that is 5 inches. So let's see what I've got, another colour. So, oh, we might even have a wood effect one. So we want 5 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 5 inches. So that's 5 inches in width. And then, in fact, I'm going to cut it, sorry, less than 5. I'm going to cut it at 4 7/8. Sorry, I meant to do 4 7/8. And then what did I do in length? I think I'm not sure whether I did 2 inches or 3 inches. Oh, I did 2 1/4. So I want to cut that at 2 1/4. Sorry, 2 1/8. What am I saying? 2 1/8. So I'm going to have 2 1/8. There we go. And then I'm just going to place that on there. So just put that there. And that just stops the pencil from being able to fall out now. So just put that on the top, and then we just do exactly the same as that at the bottom. So again, we've got 5 inches to start with, so I'm just going to score that at 1/2 inch. So there's my scoring blade. So that's going to be 1/2 inch and then 3/4. And again, I will take this to 3 inches, this one. Okay, so just cut that off. And so we want a piece that measures 2 1/8 again. So we'll just cut this down to 2 1/8. 2 1/8. And then we're just going to bend these to make the flaps. And just before I put that on there, I'm going to make it easy for myself and just put this on the outside. Okay, like this. Okay, there we go. And just tape down the top where it's the 1/2 inch. That's it. Let's cut that off. Let's go down with your finger or your bone folder, and again come on, go. Let's put a bit of your glue on the outside. Don't get confused with where your flat bit goes. Just bend that and bend that, and then see if we can do a better job this time, lining it up straight. So I'm going to see if I can get that about straight there. That's it, and just put the flap down there, and then your flaps just fold. Got it opened up, you can see your pictures, and then when you fold this now, and all we need to do is make a fastener. So if you've got this fastened, your pencil sharpener now will stay in, and your rubber was tight anyway, but with this being closed now, it's no problem. So I'm going to use what I've got. So this scrap I've got left is 1.5 inches by 3 3/4, and this piece that I've got is a 1 inch strip, and this was 3 3/4, and I'm just going to put this to 3 3/4. So I'm just going to measure this 3 3/4 and cut it. My blades just fell out. There we go, 3 3/4. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this on, even gaps between the top and the bottom. I'm just going to do that. And make sure there's an even gap between the top and the bottom. Okay. Then I'm just going to round the corners now. So I'm going to round all 4 corners like this. Okay, like that. I'm going to fit I've not got my dobby in there. So put my dobby back in. I don't know. No, it didn't fall out. Must have taken it out. And all I'm now going to do is on the back of this, I'm just going to glue it. But before I do that, I'm just going to round so that it's got some flexibility in the fastener like this. And I'm going to put some of my tape on so that I know that it's going to hold at the very back. I'm just going to put some on the very back. I'm just going to position it roughly in the middle like this. Give it an even kind of space like that, so it's about there, so I can afford to put some tape up to that little bit there. So I'm going to put another bit, it's there, so I can put the tape there going across. So that goes across like that, and now I can peel those off. And then just put your glue, not on your tape, but around it. If you've got some at the corners, just put those there. Just going to position it again roughly in the middle. That's about right. That can be pressed down on the back. So just make sure it's straight on the back. And then to do the front, all I'm going to do is get some Velcro. So as I say, I don't like to put magnets with children. So I'll just get a square of Velcro. I'm going to peel off the backing. Place this about 1/4 of an inch in. I'm going to peel this off so that it's not so nasty on it and just gently put it back on, and then peel off the back. Now I've got the mat peeled off there, and then gently fold it over, and I feel I've got it in place. Just press down and then lift off, press down. So now that fastens like that and pulls back, fastens and pulls back. Okay, so that is my Harry Potter wallet, and you open it up and you've got a pencil, a ruler, a pencil sharpener and your rubber. That's falling down there, so I'm going to put a stopper on there, but I'm not going to keep you on. You'll see it on the picture when I put it on the picture. Hope you liked that. So that's the end of my video now. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching. Hope you like it. I'll be back with another project tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.